Hello everyone, I'm Asha Bist. Hope you all are enjoying. Today I welcome you all in class 4th EVS, the chapter Community Services. Dear students, before this we studied the first part of this chapter. Today we are going to start with the second part. Before starting with the second part, let's have a revision of the first part. In the first video, we discussed about the school, how it functions, the important people, those who helps in making it functional. We studied about the 3 levels of government. Today in this video we will discuss the 3 levels of government in detail. So let's begin. Central government. The first level of government which we are going to take is the central government. The central government is based in Delhi, that is the national capital of our country. There are many important matters which are looked after by the central government. These are the defense, finance as well as railways. How the central government looks after the defense matters of our country. It rise as well as maintains the army, the armed forces. It also protects us from foreign invaders. It maintains the national security of the country. It makes the policies as well as laws for the defense of the country. It provides resources for the armed forces so that they can maintain the army in a proper way. It also helps in maintaining the integrity of our country. Then comes the finance. Central government assesses and collects tax. It borrows money for the proper maintenance, or you can say proper upliftment of the country from another countries as well as from the available resources. It also proposes economic and financial policies and also prepares the annual budget of the country. Then comes railways. It is also an important matter which is looked after by the central government. Railways. The central government is responsible for the rail transport. The central government operates the rail transport as well as technical supervision of railways is also done by the central government. It provides or gives direction to the railways. So these are the functions of the central government, the important functions of the central government. These are the defense, finance and railways. Then comes the state government. You know that our country is divided into different states, and in every state there is a state government. Now we will discuss the functions of state government. The functions of state government are maintaining law and order. It means that our state enforces the laws and order in the society, in the state, as well as makes the people to follow these laws. Then comes transport. Transport is the most important function of the state government. It looks after the highways as well as maintains the roads regularly, keeps an eye on the transportation system in each state as well as provides financial help to uplift their conditions. Then comes the health services. Health services, this function includes that the state establishes the health services in the state, provides best quality of health services to the public, looks after the health affairs so that people can live a disease-free life. Local self-government. Now, local self-government, they are at the rural level. And at the rural level, as the local self-government, we have the Gram Panchayat. The members of the Gram Panchayat, students, they are selected by the people living in that village. And the people, those who are 18 or above years, they vote to elect their leaders as their representatives, and the elected member works for 5 years. Okay, the time period for their working is fixed, that is 5 years. Now, local self-government we are discussing. The head of or sarpanch or pradhan is also chosen by the people of the village. People of 18 years or above can vote, that we have discussed. Population of the village decides the Gram Panchayat. It means that the size of the Gram Panchayat is totally depends on the population of the village. As the population will be there in a village, it will decide the members of the Gram Panchayat. And the members of a Gram Panchayat, as we discussed, that it depends on the population of the village, so it is not fixed. It varies from 7 to 17 members. There may be from 7 to 17 members in the Gram Panchayat. Local self-government we are discussing. Seats in this type of government are reserved. There are some seats in this type of government which are reserved for women as well as for the scheduled caste and for the scheduled tribes, so that every individual from the society can get a chance to come in the government and provide their help or assistance in the government. Meetings of Gram Panchayat. Dear students, the members of the Gram Panchayat, they regularly meet at one place and discuss there the problems which are faced by the people living in that village. They discuss these matters in a public meeting with the villagers, and there they provide opportunity to those villagers to discuss their problems in front of the panchayat, and later the panchayat members with the help of the villagers find out the solutions for the problems they have raised. This is the way through which the Gram Panchayat functions. This is all for today. We'll soon meet with the third and the final part of this chapter. Till then, thank you and have a good day.